With that said, speaking of accumulating low, I'd like to take a little victory lap on this one with Vanguard allowing crypto ETFs starting today. So it is December 2nd. They are live on Vanguard. I have a Vanguard account that used to have a lot more money in it, and I was part of the plethora that was just transferring money out, and it was partly protest, but partly because I just think that they weren't listening to the users. They were parading around that Bitcoin was a bad asset, all while letting people buy MicroStrategy, which we've talked about on here. Never made any sense. Like, oh, you can't buy the Bitcoin ETF, but you can buy leveraged, Bitcoin treasury company. Never made any sense. But they finally bent the knee. And before we kind of kick it around, it is something that we haven't covered lately because it's been kind of backdoor news. But when this was going on, I remember us really tossing this football around, especially Brendan and I, have just kind of going on rants how it was ridiculous. And they since then they've moved on. But I found a clip of their I found a clip of their old CEO talking about Bitcoin. Now he's no longer around for reasons that are pretty obvious. But let's hear just the verbiage, because I think this is early 24 when the ETS first went live, and the old Vanguard CEO, the verbiage around Bitcoin, just to see how far we've come, I think, of all the big dogs kind of accepting it.
Spot Bitcoin ETFs. Question came in, hey, we know you're not offering one. Have you changed your mind? What would it take for you to change your mind? We don't plan to, and we're not going to change our minds around this unless the asset class changes.
Yep.
Why? First of all, we don't believe it belongs. Like a Bitcoin ETF belongs in a long-term portfolio.